Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me this evening for my nightly update. This is Rabbi Shapira. I'm going to give a second or two to people to join in as I give you this very important nightly update. It seems that in the past few weeks, I had to do more and more those type of updates, urgent, important, critical. I wish I didn't have to do all those updates. I wish I could take a breath and not worry about what's happening for more than 12 hours. But I think in this time that we're living in, information is critical, timing is critical, knowledge is critical. Keeping everybody informed is critical. You heard my update yesterday, last night, and I want to give you another update today. I have a lot to share with you and some prayer requests. Some of you have been inquiring and say, Rabbi, you look very, very tired. Yeah, I am very, very tired. And we cannot stop. We continue to fight. This is the time that we're going to continue to do this. It's been a turbulent couple of days. We're preparing for a major weekend here in Florida. Those who are in Orlando, come and hear me on Shabbat at Yeshua, Bread of Life. I will be speaking twice, including from the new book, the new Hamas. I'm going to be teaching all the way to Havdalah. And then on Sunday, I'm speaking twice at UBIC in Daytona Beach, Florida. Those updates are critical. Those teachings going to be critical. I'm taking on the gloves and we're going to fight. Fight for the truth. The level of anti-Semitism that we're dealing with is difficult to digest. Difficult, very difficult. Before I speak about updates from Israel and what's happening, I want to start with a piece of good news, something positive. Just a little while ago, about an hour ago, the new book, Kanuka and the Light of Mashiach, I'm holding the French version, but the English version hit for the very first time #1 in Judaism ever. #1 in Judaism, #1 Messianic Judaism. I'm thankful for those who have been pushing this forward and helping to make this #1, because I really do believe there's nothing more important. So we have done it. Basically, it's a miracle based on word to mouth, based on your sharing the word, people getting the books, understanding, and they said this message have to be heard. I'm thankful for this. Very little help from church, from Christians, very, very little. And yet, by the grace and mercy of God, the book right now is #1, and I'm asking you to keep on pushing it. Keep on pushing it. Remember what I told you. You can go to Ahavat, Ammi, get it to the end of the pastors. Today, some very important, very influential pastors got the book in their hands. Pray for this. I can already confirm that I'm going to have back-to-back 27, 28, 29, 3 TV appearances that are coming up, including Daystar, an interview with Daystar. This is good. This is good. I have been knocking on every door, and some of those doors are opening, but we need to push with all that we have in those days ahead. The anti-Semitic stuff have not stopped on our website. It's still going on. We are protecting everything. We have to keep safe everything, but those guys are relentless and demonic. Now, I do want to give you an update so you understand the seriousness of the situation with Amazon. Now you tell me, how is that making sense? Yesterday after the broadcast, I just was ready to log off. And I didn't even get an email from Amazon. I logged in to see how the book is doing, and to my disbelief and shock, they block the new Hamas, the great organized chaos and the coming Mashiach. They block it in Portuguese. Now you tell me, how can they allow a book in English and the Spanish and release and block it from Portuguese? How is it even possible? I contact them. I told them that it's anti-Semitism and that they're targeting it because the word Hamas. Why is it that people can release a book about Gaza and about the Palestinians, and I cannot write a biblical book about Hamas? You tell me. They swear up and down it's not been targeted. But I'm asking you a question. What else can it be? They claim that the book is violating the community rules. So I ask, what community rules? No response. I asked them and I demanded them to give me the info, because the book is being released in English and in Spanish and the Portuguese-speaking community. It doesn't matter if I sell even one book. And everybody need to understand, it's not about selling books for me. I don't care about that. I care about getting the information to the world right now. And I'm doing it. We're doing it. I can tell you privately now that we receive a request to bring the book, some of those books, to the IDF. You heard it correctly. The IDF, some people want to read the book, so we're getting the book to the hand of the soldiers as early as 10 days from now. We'll have those in the hand of the soldier, Baruch Hashem. Maybe some of you want to donate. It's coming out of my pocket, not even from Ahavat Ammi. It's from our pocket. But maybe some of you want to come and help it. This is what you're supporting. We're getting it to the IDF hands, to our soldier, to our beloved soldiers. This is amazing news. This is really exciting news. I'm helping some Israelis who are there, who are working. Kadima, friends. Let's make it a reality. We are fighting now for France. We're fighting for Portugal and Brazil. And we need you to raise your voice for what Amazon is doing right now. It is wrong. It is wrong to block a book that has already been published. And I hope you understand that there is right and wrong. I got an email from them a few hours ago, and they say, no, we're going to take, I told them, I'm going to bring a lawsuit on you if you don't release this book. This is targeting, this is wrong, and this is anti-Semitism. Look at this, I'm fighting Hamas, and while fighting Hamas, yes, we are fighting Hamas. Almost 2,300, if you have not heard the news yesterday, 2,300 comments on one post. Thousands of people had to be blocked. Thousands. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? All sending me swastikas and Heil Hitler. Wake up, America. It's here. It's here. It's now. It's everywhere. It's around us. If you stand for Israel, I want you to read this book right now, The New Hamas, and introduce it to your pastor. The New Hamas, the great organized chaos and the coming of Mashiach, and introduce it to your pastor. Do it. Do it. Because I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that they're going to try to take it down from English. It's going to be very difficult for them to take a book that is ranked number 1 in Judaism, number 1 in Messianic Judaism. But I have a feeling they're going to try to take it down. Why? Because they're shameless. And they're acting in a shameless way right now. Not in an ethical way, not in a righteous way. You should know that. It's very upsetting. I might even take a legal action. I don't know yet. I have to decide and make some really difficult decisions about what to do. But for the Portuguese brothers and sisters, we're fighting for you. I'm not going to let this one go. I am not going to let it go. Anti-Israel spirit, anti-Mashiach spirit is not going to win, because we are buckled with the emet. Spanish book is still kind of sort of a disaster. Spanish people are not responding well. Very, very disappointed at the Spanish. Please continue to pray for this. Next week, German. Next week, Italian. Next week, Korean. No, not Korean. We're not quite there in Korean. German is coming. Italian is coming. Korean will come after that. We are going to hit the entire world with the truth. And this is something that you need to understand. It's huge risk. I'm going to do some major TV advertising and talking about what's happening. We need to reach more people while there is time. Get ready. I'm sure they're going to try to shut it down. But we are standing firmly on His word right now. You should know that some dangerous things are happening right now in Israel in this moment. You see, today, the UN Security Council have met. Now, if you don't understand how the Security Council works, the superpowers, Russia, United States, can lay a veto on the decision of the Security Council. That's the way it works, okay? Today, the Security Council vote for Israel to have a ceasefire. What does that mean? It means that the superpowers of the world in essence come in agreement to say something. And what do they say about Israel and the Palestinians? Today they said immediate humanitarian ceasefire. What do you think United States of America did today? Do you think United States vetoed this decision today? Let me tell you something. Be upset. United States did not veto this decision. That's to me a very concerning sign that the support of United States might deter in the days, the weeks ahead. We need to pray that they will not back down and back Israel 100%. To see United States not vetoing this decision is upsetting, because Israel cannot stop right now. Yesterday I did this update around the same time. I told you that we are inside the hospital. Brothers and sisters, even when they run the MRIs, in the MRI rooms, tons of weapons, grenades, automatic weapon, the materials to create bombs. What is the world is talking about? They use their national headquarters as the hospital. And before we say, oh, those poor Palestinians, this poor Palestinian, excuse me, they are the one who selected the Hamas. They are the one who allowed the Hamas to be part of running the terrorism, nation of terrorism inside the hospital. They get out of the hospital, no hostages. And even right now, there's been a report that they're back in the hospital. They're going to the hospital from another direction. See, Underneath the hospital, more than likely, there are hundreds and hundreds of tunnels where the hostages are being held. So today, Hamas got a big slap in the face. And what was our prayer? For God to confuse the enemy. This is important. You understand? This is satanic forces that working against Israel. Satanic. Today, they big Satan, big Satan brother. Iran said, Hamas, you're on your own. We're not getting involved in this one because you did not inform us on October 7th. So you fight your own war. That's what came out today of the mouth of the supreme leader of Iran. This is important. But the decision of the Security Council today that was not vetoed by the United States is dangerous, is very dangerous. We need to pray today against that, brothers and sisters. And I have a word today for all my Jewish friends in the United States of America. We saw the great demonstration, 300,000 people or more for Israel. What you don't see and what you don't hear is the height of anti-Semitism inside America. It's something shocking. They just released an article, a survey of the American Jews. And the majority of the American Jews, listen to these statistics, over 60% of American Jews are saying that their non-Jewish friends abandoned them. Basically, stop friending them, stop speaking to them. I can speak about this because I'm part of the 60%. Even in my own neighborhood, devout Christians all around me. Since October 7th, not a single human being came and asked, how are you doing? How are your family doing? What's going on? Nobody. Nothing. Apathy, hardness, callousness. What a shock. The Jews will be the very first ones, if things go haywire in the United States, who are going to be sent again to the chambers. You better count it. That the Jews will be the very first one to be blamed. We know that. We know that. Look at this. Look at this blatant. And I'm saying it, I'm calling it as it is. There's no reason right now for Amazon to ban this. A number 1 book. To ban it and tell me I violate this. Somebody better pick up the phone today and call Amazon and tell them that they're full of you know what. There's no reason for that people can do a Free Palestine t-shirts, but one cannot speak about what the Hebrew Bible says about Hamas. Where is it heard? Where something like that ever heard? I'm asking you today to believe for this, that this nation that many of us love, including myself, is standing by the second anti-Semitic. By the second. Yeah, pick up the phone, call Amazon, and give them an earful and tell them you will withdraw your business from them if don't set the book free as a hostage, as they are holding it right now as a hostage. That's all what they're doing. There's no reason for this. A human being made this decision, friends. It's not a computerized thing to be taking days after days. We were absolutely shocked by this thing. So today the update for all of us is continue to pray. They are searching in Kindle You know what he says, this expression in Hebrew, I will search in a candle, Yerushalayim. It says in the prophet. They are searching in candles, meaning they're searching the finest in the hospital again. We already know the report that one of the captives confirmed, which was not Jewish, by the way. They think she was from Thailand. They're not sure. Look at those animals. They took a pregnant woman. And this pregnant woman gave birth while being in captivity. She gave birth in captivity. What's the condition of the baby? Nobody know. What's the condition of the mother? Nobody know. Nobody know. We need to pray for this. You see, this is the reality of what we're dealing with. So this evening, they're back into the hospital. They're going in another side. But now we have to really pray. And the word I hear to pray this evening is the word time. The word that I hear is time. The time is ticking against the IDF, against Israel. The fact that the UN condemnation of this and asking for ceasefire was not vetoed by United States worries me. Why didn't they veto it? I cannot understand that at all. It just put more and more pressure. Now, I want to say one more thing. It might sound to you controversial, but my blood pressure was raised to the highest level to hear Christians, and when I say Christians, I mean born-again Christians that claim to love Jesus, writing me the following expression: I am not in the side of the Jews. I am not in the side of the Palestinian. I am in the side of Jesus. You know how many emails I got like this? Rabbi Shapira, you are Messianic Jew. Be in the side of Jesus. You know, somebody sent me an anti-Semitic graffiti, one of the 2,300 vile images that I receive. And we document them all. When the time will be right, we will release it, of Jesus coming on a parachute with a Palestinian flag to rape all the Jews. Somebody sent it to me. And I'm getting very upset. Jesus, or his Hebrew name is Yeshua, is not a Palestinian. Jesus, Yeshua, is not from the Red Cross. Jesus, Yeshua, is a Jew, a rabbi, who was willing to give his own life for the Jewish people. For anybody to say that if I belong to Jesus or Yeshua, therefore I cannot choose side, let me tell you something. I am worried for your own soul. Any Christians that believe that. Dr. Wheeler, who was with me in Paris, says he's in his own hometown. Somebody stand out, a pastor, and says, when Jesus died on the cross, that was the end of the state of the Jewish people. What kind of psycho, perverted, sick way to look at the Bible. On the contrary, if one belongs to Jesus, he belongs to Israel. He has to be. And let me prove it to you. Who is Jesus? Who is Yeshua? Most people will say he is the Son of God. He is the Son of God, right? Here is the problem. Exodus 4:22, Hosea 11:1. Check those scriptures, study those scriptures, say that Israel is the Son of God. Israel is the firstborn of God. You cannot separate him from Israel. Israel is the Son of God just as much the Mashiach is the Son of God. Israel in Isaiah 41 called the servant of the Lord. Just as Mashiach in Isaiah 52 is called the servant of the Lord. Israel and Mashiach are one in the same. And anybody who holds this view that you have a Jesus without Israel, he's an anti-Semite of the worst kind. Guilty of the worst replacement theology of all. You know what is the worst replacement theology of all? Replacing Jesus with another Jesus. A Palestinian Jesus, maybe. Jesus does not die and cry to the heaven for his own Jewish people. Who do you think Yeshua is? He's Melech HaYehudim. He belongs to Zion, to Israel. And anybody who does not believe this, you know, we talk a lot in the last few days. We released this book, hundreds and hundreds of pastors. Not one reached out to tell me, how can it be that a book that is number one, check out the Amazon, right? We are number one, no thanks to the church. Number one in Judaism, number one in Messianic Judaism. Number one. How come no church is awakened to this? You know why? I am going to tell you why. The reality is in the cancer that is called dispensationalism. That somehow we are going to be dispensed and God is going to take us and the Jews will stay here on earth to deal with all the crap of those who want to kill us. Let me tell you something. If you believe in a pre-trib rapture, in all this mumbo-jumbo left behind shtuyot, I'm going to tell you something today, this evening. Repent from this anti-Semitic theological point of view. Repent. There is only one rapture. It's to Yerushalayim to meet King Mashiach. There's no other raptures. Anybody who believes in a pre-trib eschatology, repent. The reason the church is not responding is because they don't understand the Jacob trouble. If you think it's bad to Israel, remember what I am telling you, and I wrote it in this book, By the way, Kanuka of the Light of Mashiach, get it. The prophecy edition is out now. The complete prophecy edition. Get Kanuka in the Light of Mashiach. I teach you from Zephaniah. Go through those teachings. Why? Because at the end of the day, if Israel is going through this much of trouble, the world is going to go through this much of trouble. Israel is the barometer of the world. And whatever you see happening in a microscopic level in Israel is going to give you a mirror of the things that are coming up. So what's happening right now in Israel is a preview for the things that are going to happen in the rest of the world, especially in the United States of America. You can believe it. When Benjamin Netanyahu stand up and saying, we are now fighting the war of humanity, he's not incorrect. Because Israel is a mirror of the things that are coming ahead of us and in front of us. So what are we to do today? Number one, show unwavering support to the Jewish people. Friends, find around you some Jews. Show them the love. Show them support. Encourage your Jewish friends, brothers, sisters, family. Go to the local shul. Tell the rabbi, tell the elders, tell the rabbis, and tell the Jewish people that you're here to serve them and protect them. They're not feeling safe. No Jew in America is feeling safe at this moment. And you should know that the false security of American Jews is over. We will never, ever go to the days before October 7th. That episode is over. I spoke about it a lot in the Besorah according to COVID-19, that there are stages. In Geulah, there are stages. But guess what? We're in Parashat Toldot this Shabbat. And I'm going to talk about this. In Florida, in Yeshua Bread of Life, you should come this Shabbat. You should come. Make the effort. Come and have solidarity with us. With us, your Jewish brothers. With me. With the community. Come Shabbat morning. And know something. That also in Burbanks, there are also stages. Okay, you're hearing what I'm telling you right now. In Burbanks, there's also stages. And the stage we're entering into in October 7th is a new stage. It's a stage of extreme birthing that is going to be a very difficult time. And that's why I'm encouraging you right now. Buckle up. Buckle up. Get ready for the great labor. This is what I'm going to be talking about in Parashat Toldot. I'm going to teach about Amalek. And look at this. Amazon today banned a #1 book from our Portuguese brothers and sisters. Guess what? They're not going to be able to succeed in stopping it. No, they will not. Because we have a voice. For those of you who have not read it yet in English, get it in Kindle before they take it down. They will attempt to take it down. They will attempt it. But we will print. We'll find another means of broadcasting the truth. And we will stand for the truth in those days ahead. We're entering a couple of critical days. As I told you, multiple TV stations confirmed it's good. You're asking about Texas? Don't know. I'm not just wandering around, and I don't have time to knock on more doors. I think the message is already been published. In December 17, you'll get the second part, the fall of Edom, decoding Obadiah vision. If you've not ordered it, pre-order it. Those who have ears will invite me, but I'm not going to chase anymore anybody. We're just going to get this work out. When we receive 2,300 horrible anti-Semitic graphic images, I know that now we have to fight for this. Bradley, I'm glad that you read the book. I hope you understand that we are all guilty of Hamas in our own life. We got to get rid of it now. Purify, sanctify our heart while we can. Get ourselves ready not to be infected anymore, not to be hardened anymore. Live with Torah, live with mitzvot, live with Achdut, live with Ahavat Israel. Live with Milut Chasadim. Live with mitzvot. Live with Ahavat Chinam. If we don't do those things, and we get just a little bit harder, there will be no way back. But I hope you get the second part, where the second part of the book will pick it up. It will pick it up with what we can expect next, based on some incredible insights from Ovadia, among other things. So today I'm coming to you and asking you, make a stand while you have a voice. Tell Amazon it's not acceptable. Continue to get the book out. We're inside the hospital right now. Pray tonight that the United States will not turn back. The fact that it wasn't vetoed today scares me, concerns me deeply, deeply. So please remain firm tefillot. I'm going to be back with you tomorrow with updates. Let's pray for this Portuguese release and for our French brothers and sisters. You be with all of those who broadcast the truth. I'm lifting up our community in France. May they will not be harmed. May no harm will come upon them. And those who are Portuguese, they need to know the truth. We're asking, Lord, that you help us set this book free. And most importantly, set the captives free. Adonai, Matira, Asurim. Even tonight, as we are inside the hospital again, we're asking for more intelligence, more understanding, revolution inside this hospital, so that we will be able to set the captives free. Speedily. We're not going to win this war, no bechai, no bekoach, ela beruchi, Amar Adonai Tzevaot. Not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit, says Adonai Tzevaot. Thank you, friends, for pushing it to number 1 in Judaism. We need to get it to the White House. We need to get it to godly people in the government. We need to get it to mayors, to judges, to governors. We need to get it to the Senate. We need to get it to the House of Representatives. I will not stop. And we will find those who are spiritually sensitive, who will understand it from a biblical perspective and make a stand. Please, this weekend, come to Orlando, Florida, Yeshua Bread of Life. It's a must. Everybody should be there in solidarity with us. I will be teaching twice. Next weekend, we will be in Miami with the Sephardic community. Maybe we can awaken some of them. I do a full Sephardic yeshiva. Then I'll be in New Mexico. I'll be in Daystar. And we'll get the word out. We need a lot of strength. A lot of strength. Because this terror, this harassment, the anti-Semitism is exploding. Also, I want to say your financial support really is important those days. This book is going to the IDF next week. Thank you. Thank you for allowing us to get it to the IDF, and may it encourage them greatly. And may you be encouraged from today's report. We're not going to stop to fight. Remnant will arise, and we will fight and win together. We will. This is unifying us. Thank you for continuing to listen to those updates. Hit share and like and share all as the Lord leads you. God bless you, and big weekend in Florida, expecting good news, more good news in the month of Kislev.